Welcome back, everybody, to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now the weird black box is on the names instead of the actual text, but I like that better, that's fine. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. Yeah, we're getting right into it. That might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. That's what I've been practicing, that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone.
The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We definitely don't have much time before the festival, you know.
Okay.
Oh, now who's next? Natsuki? Huh. Don't make me go before MegaTomPlays. It's not like it compared to you guys anyway. Might as well let MegaTomPlays lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Natsuki.
It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. Close your mouth, Natsuki. Please, that's rude. I recite my poem. My poem. Books are made of paper, and other stuff isn't. Sometimes cups are made out of plastic. None of this rhymes. I failed. Since I'm not exactly common in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as anyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Huh. Anyway, the poem was called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhyme and rhyme. Yeah. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they're bounced up and down, as if they're giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Ah, well, do you at least feel a little prepared to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just with my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort for the club. There's that pose again. Why'd she do that? It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day.
I can't wait.
I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep.
Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, MegaTomPlays. You don't have to say it.
Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Moo?
Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You kind of put me on the spot here. Well, I would walk home with Yuri. I'm sticking with it. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
Ha ha ha! You admitted it!
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know.
What? Need you? Sayori. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay. Let's see what words I can use. Gonna go with scars. That was Sayori though. Charm. That's Sayori. I feel like vivacious is defeat. Why is defeat? Melancholy. Captive. Inferno. Wrath. Afterimage. Dark. What? Despise. Fickle. Anger. Why is anger? Oh yeah, because she's angry constantly. Incongruent. Papa. That's a little weird. Let's see what I can find. Landscape. Philosophy. Sensation. Analysis. Agonizing. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean, you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Translation. Yeah, whatever. Moo. Never mind. Okay, did she just break the fourth wall again? Let's focus on our own event for now anyway. Okay. Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting in a desk in the corner of her room looking down at nothing. I'll walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Then I punch her.
Eh?
You're spacing out again.
Sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
What? Is everything alright?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone.
Oh, alright. You say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they have been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who was just shuffling through some papers at her desk. MegaTomPlays, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much into it, but she seems downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room to Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind? But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, MegaTomPlays. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. I actually don't, because I've only known her for the amount of time I played this game, you see. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, MegaTomPlays. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been much happier since you joined the club. It's like an extra weight has turned on inside of her. Or extra light has turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it has always been. You're so funny, MegaTomPlays. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? Moo! I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions. So you should just forget about what I said. I'm still trying to forget about the fact that you broke the fourth wall like twice already. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I also know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice quiet, so I can't hear from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori would tell me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. If there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica, why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room, so I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her for myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. Moo! I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. No, not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who would find it most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's in your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just don't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading reading into it too much. MegaTomPlays. The world is full of meaning and often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside of her head, and she might not always say what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. I also feel some concern for her, but in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess, but you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Moo! Yuri suddenly looks deep into my eyes. Could you stop? Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are even untold to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention it for yourself as well. Yuri stands up, walks to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher. It also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. Walks past me, puts the kettle down at the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri's gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with me helping involve MegaTomPlays in club activities? Whoa. My mouth is wide open. Dang, she straight up was like, ugh. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, MegaTomPlays. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that, it made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. MegaTomPlays, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? I really think she's like being abused at home or something. She's given like all those like little subtle like signs, like some deep emotional abuse. Because nothing that you do is as bad as what as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't hide them anyway. We can't hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. MegaTomPlays, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. MegaTomPlays, do you like oolong tea? I actually love oolong tea. There's a fun fact for y'all. Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature in the kettle to 200 degrees, then puts it on her face. Why am I like that? Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I wouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. So she gets the teapot, measures the tea leaves, starts humming. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, MegaTomPlays. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for us. MegaTomPlays, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall, rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I must do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding only half the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Huh? Yuri slides on closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand, that's not holding the book, I end up in a posture that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. Moo! After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish reading, opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. That's my bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Oh, look at the little effects. There you go. Little snow, like dust particles in the air. It's beautiful. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time for reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Oh, she's got the chocolate now. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Oh, jeez. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what happened. MegaTomPlays. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's... Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell by her expression she can't even focus now. She looks worried too, look at that. Whoa, her eyes changed. That's kind of cool. I like it. You can really notice the little like details, like attention to detail kind of stuff going on. That's really cool. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. Moo! How did it even come to this? Oh, she's staring at me now. Look at that. Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Whoa! Oh my gosh. That was so sudden. Yuri jolts back. I did too. It's time to share poems. MegaTomPlays. You can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Well. Moo! MegaTomPlays. Your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. That's funny. That's funny. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought I would feel like this. I remember you mentioning yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something you've never even shared it with anyone. That's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. See, it's stuff like that. What do you mean? Where it really makes you feel like something goes on. Like she's got a bad home life or something. Well, Yuri smiles sadly. MegaTomPlays. During lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. So you could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just would make a really good friend. Cheer for people who always put on a smile for you. Always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it in that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you. I'm not a know-it-all, MegaTomPlays. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing this whole time. I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, MegaTomPlays. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare. Why is it? Phew, words are hard. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. A little smile. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Okay, I gotta be smooth. I gotta read it smooth. I gotta read these really smoothly. Okay. Beach, a marvel of millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth. It's so hard to read it for some reason. Chaotically meets the surface under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray, rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish in the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to a road at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to the earth forevermore. Beautiful. That's beautiful. It's words, and they were words. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing. We wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles, or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Same as usual. You're down the line. Moo! Meh. I guess you really haven't learned anything after all. Honestly, I don't know why I got my hopes up in the first place. What? I didn't think this one was that bad. What did I do wrong? Poems don't need to be all deep-sounding to express something. It's just gonna sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at all. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Oh, don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? I am a little bit, yeah. I mean, what are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean I mean, ugh. Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for getting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. I didn't even get to read her poem. Alrighty then. Hi, MegaTomPlays. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Moo! This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature. It's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm only kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glowing in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quell, expressionless. But a hand catches me between thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady that knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with the breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Wow, that was deep, to say the least. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Yeah. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response for something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or is bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's so much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Moo.
It's nice, I guess.
Come on, I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri.
I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. And that makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club?
Well, of course I am.
Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, MegaTomPlays.
Sayori, is there something wrong?
Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today.
Alright, just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now.
If you insist.
Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today.
Sayori?
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Oh wait, that was the wrong voice. Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? What? Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps to lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. Actually, she wasn't feeling too well and left home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times not to go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I wouldn't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people? That was inner monologue, but it was really weirdly wrote. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri... Moo! Yuri, you can... Moo? Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Moo! No, Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit. but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Ah, that might be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know. So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere.
Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere.
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, me, the one who is truly useless. Ha ha ha, don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could also help me out as well. I would really be appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a little bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. MegaTomPlays might not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for MegaTomPlays to... What are you saying? It would be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to MegaTomPlays to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. MegaTomPlays, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Huh. Very well. In that case, everyone's staring at me. Sayori, Yuri, Natsuki, Monica. Who am I gonna spend the week? You know what? Yuri. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. So you'll be helping Yuri then, MegaTomPlays? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. What are you saying? You need a little bit of dumb to go with your smart? Is that where you're going with that? That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking by yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone could tell that Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited might not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way? Me? Yeah, I guess you can see. I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Moo! Natsuki. What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why MegaTomPlays picked me, and also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea, and nothing I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting mature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words, but she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer some up. Lord have mercy. must be out of her own comfort zone. This episode's gone on way too long. But I begin to understand. Okay, yeah, let's cut this off. It's getting crazy. Okay, anyway, next time, more stuff's gonna happen. And I guess we're gonna spend the weekend with Yuri, and that'll be fun. And then Natsuki's gonna not be so mad. Monika's gonna continue to stare right through the screen into my soul for some reason. So, till then, guys, don't forget to like, ring the bell if you haven't rang my bell yet, subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching. I'm not good with goodbyes anymore, so fist bump and teleport.
Got the light and it's shining through.